In a pharmacy in San Francisco, buying a $5 tube of toothpaste requires pressing a button and waiting 10 humiliating minutes for an employee. The entire aisle is entombed in thick polycarbonate shields and wrapped tightly in heavy steel chains. It's a desperate, degrading struggle by American retailers to stop those who smash glass to loot, driven either by raw survival or the desperate hunger of addiction. But leap across the Pacific to the heart of Seoul, and the night exists in an entirely different universe. It's 3 a.m., the streets are dead silent, practically abandoned, yet convenience stores stand with their massive glass doors unlocked, their shelves completely exposed, devoid of a single padlock or security tag. Americans look at these viral videos and immediately praise the great moral superiority and impeccable civic duty of the Korean people. What a naive, pathetic illusion. The real reason these shelves remain unguarded is far more sinister. It's because the poor, the unbanked, and the creditless are physically barred from even crossing the threshold. They are blocked by an invisible, impenetrable digital barricade, a wall much thicker and colder than any steel chain. South Korea's latest unstaffed stores don't just ask you to pull a handle, they aggressively interrogate your social status before you even step inside. If you cannot present a valid credit card under your legal name or pass a biometric facial scan, the thick glass doors will simply refuse to budge. The system filters humanity with absolute, ruthless precision. What are the actual real-world implications of this? It means the bankrupt citizen whose accounts have been seized, the 80-year-old grandmother who cannot navigate complex smartphone authentications, and the homeless wandering the freezing streets are completely and legally exiled from this brightly lit oasis. Understand this. This system did not deter crime. It simply amputated the lower class, those statistically deemed potential criminals, completely out of the societal loop. It is a massive, freezing, sterile room where the impurity of poverty has been physically erased from public view, the pinnacle of absolute control. Now, suppose someone successfully breaches this strict digital barrier and, in a moment of impulse, slips a $1 pack of gum into their pocket. What happens next? Do the police swoop in with handcuffs and read them their Miranda rights, like in America? No, Korean store owners lack the patience or the need to wait for state authorities. Instead, they extract a razor-sharp, high-definition image of the thief's face from the 4K CCTV cameras that blanket the store like a spider's web. They print it in full, vibrant color and plaster it directly onto the front glass window for the entire neighborhood to stare at. They proudly call it the Wall of Shame. In a Korean society where saving face and social reputation are valued more than life itself, this is not just public humiliation, it is a death sentence. No judge, no jury, no defense attorney. For a single $1 mistake, your identity is socially executed. This horrific vigilante justice, bypassing all legal rights, is casually accepted and even applauded in this hyper-advanced nation. But the horror does not end there. The system has mutated into something far more demonic. Look at the thousands of 24-hour automated ice cream shops sprouting like glowing weeds in every residential alleyway. For many of these owners, selling a $1 popsicle isn't the real business model. These stores are literal traps set by hunters, sitting in the dark, quietly waiting for a mistake. The moment an elderly person with dementia or a distracted child who misscanned a barcode walks out the door with unpaid merchandise, the trap snaps shut without mercy. The owner instantly threatens the family with a criminal police record, extorting a $1,000 settlement fee to make the footage disappear. They gather in anonymous online forums bragging to each other. Caught another dumb prey today, made an easy grand in 5 minutes. This is the flawless Korean security you foreigners envy. It is nothing but perfect surveillance technology fused with grotesque human greed, a system designed to legally hunt down and devour the vulnerable, the absolute peak of predatory capitalism. If you drop your credit card on a bustling street in New York, someone will likely scoop it up and swipe it at a local liquor store within the hour. But drop a card on a crowded sidewalk in Seoul, hundreds of people will walk right past it, actively swerving to avoid it. They treat it as if it's a highly radioactive isotope that kills on contact. Do not romanticize this as some innate genetic honesty programmed into the Korean soul. The truth is much darker. It is pure, unadulterated terror. The exact microsecond you pick up that card and buy a $1 bottle of water, the store's point-of-sale terminal, the credit card company's real-time tracking, and over 8 million street CCTVs instantly triangulate your face, your identity, and your escape route. There are no blind spots. The arrest rate is literally 100%. They are not abstaining from theft because they are angels. They are paralyzed by the gaze of a massive digital panopticon, terrified by the millions of electronic eyes burning through their skin. It is not morality, it is weaponized, engineered compliance. So why then has this nation become so pathologically obsessed with machines and surveillance? It's a gross oversimplification to say it's just about saving a few dollars on minimum wage. This country has a catastrophic birth rate of 0.6. It is a nation undergoing demographic suicide at a speed unseen in human history, producing fewer children than countries in active war zones. The youth who used to man the counters have literally evaporated, and the few 20-somethings left, they absolutely refuse to endure the emotional abuse of retail work, refusing to be the emotional punching bags of entitled customers for pennies. With the human workforce vanishing, it was inevitable that an army of cold, unfeeling machines would march in to fill the void. But here is the truly despairing part. The government is cheering them on. Under the glossy guise of smart store initiatives, the Korean government actively hands out massive cash subsidies to shop owners, begging them to replace humans with kiosks. State and capital moving as one flesh, sponsoring a grand experiment to permanently eradicate the human footprint from the economy. Now, let's pull ourselves out of this eerie future and bring our eyes back to where you stand, America. The retail counter in a U.S. city has completely outlived its purpose as a place of commerce. Clerks cram their bodies behind thick, heavily scarred, bulletproof glass. Just beneath the register rests a loaded 12-gauge shotgun or a concealed handgun as they brace for the inevitable moment an armed robber or a frantic looter smashes through the door. We casually use the metaphor the workplace is a battlefield, but in American retail, it is not a metaphor. It is actual physical, nightly urban warfare. It's a brutal Wild West where citizens must wage frontal physical assaults with firearms just to survive the shift. Contrast that with Korea's sleek, bloodless hunting ground, where owners spin an inescapable digital web of CCTV, holding their breath, waiting for a minor slip-up to extort their prey. The weapons are different, but make no mistake, both are perfectly constructed hells. Both of these dystopian landscapes represent the catastrophic endgame of a society where the absolute baseline of human trust has been completely obliterated. The only difference is the weapon chosen to subjugate the other, lead bullets or digital data. America abandoned itself to the savage, bleeding freedom of the wild and pays for it in blood. Korea, in its desperate thirst for a crime-free convenience, sold its soul and its privacy wholesale to the state and capital. So, I ask you, the viewer sitting safely behind this screen, ask yourself the most cruel question. Would you rather remain in your analog hell, trembling behind scarred, bulletproof glass every night with your sweaty hand wrapped around a shotgun? Or will you willingly walk into a sterilized, perfectly governed digital prison where even the freedom to sin is castrated, where a $1 mistake costs you $1,000 in extortion and your face is permanently executed on a glass wall for the world to mock? Safety or freedom? In this devil's bargain, pick your poison.
So pick your poison. Choose your own hell. The analog wild where the shotguns dwell, or the sterile prison, the neon trap where a $1 slip put you on the map. Bleeding for freedom or choked by the light. Which dystopia are you walking in tonight? Drop a card on the street, no one dares to touch. Not for moral high ground, man, they fear too much. 8 million eyes piercing right through